Alright, y'all. What's up? 6:57 a.m. MLK Day. I am tired. Went to sleep probably around midnight. Woke up probably around 4:30 a.m. I have been in and out of sleep since then. But today, I need to work out and I need to finish a few lengthy labs for class. So I'm going to get in as early as a start as possible. And I just had about maybe 50 milligrams of caffeine, C4. I'm probably going to have a little bit more right now. And I'm looking at my water from yesterday, which is kind of explaining why I was so peeing all the time yesterday. I drank so much damn water. So let's see. So we're gonna call that another 50 milligrams or so to my other 50. And I need the bathroom. I've been needing the bathroom, so I'm gonna go do that. Alright, that's better. So I'm gonna do a quick My Queer Dreams episode up in the middle of this exercise episode. And then I'm just gonna kind of talk about what I'm up to for the exercising. So I had this weird queer dream. It was probably this morning, technically, and I'm stretching out while I'm talking to you guys about this. It was probably this morning, because I'm pretty sure it was after I was up around 4:30 a.m. So I had this dream about, I think I showed up to a field or like a sports, some kind of sports thing, and there were a lot of Latinos. I think a lot of them knew each other because they had been playing soccer. I don't know, this isn't meant to be some kind of weird racially thing, it's just how my dream went. And that's common out here, you see a lot of people playing soccer. It's not uncommon to see groups of Latinos getting together, playing soccer together. That's not an odd thing. I mean, the people who play soccer aren't always Latinos, obviously, but in this dream, it was majority Latinos, kind of. I don't know if it was all, but I was there, and there were some lesbians there that I feel like I knew from somewhere. They weren't friends, but it was one of them was a YouTuber. It was Amber's Closet who came up in my dream, and then there was some other kind of masked lesbian that I was kind of I'm familiar with this person, but I don't know how or who. It was either a friend of a friend or somebody I've seen online and I've seen their content maybe a bit, or maybe somebody, not even somebody famous really, but just somebody I've seen around or know around from something. I just don't know exactly what, and I'm pretty sure she was Latina-ish, or maybe mixed or something, and had kind of maybe a little dark skin, short black hair. I don't really know much about what else she looks like, but and then if you know Amber's Closet, you know what she looks like. And so, I'm standing next to the short-haired one, and then Amber's closet's on the other side of her, and there's people. They're on my right. There's some other people on my left that are like, I don't know who the other people were. I don't even know really how they looked, but I guess I don't know if we were playing pickup games or we had shown up to like some kind of league or something. But it seemed like there was like a guy coach or something, and he was getting everyone rounded up together because we were gonna be playing basketball. And I just remember thinking like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to shift my workouts into basketball because I'm probably not in the shape to play, and I probably don't have the skills I used to have when I used to actually play, which I wasn't ever like super good, but I could do like regular drills and stuff. Like I knew how to do it, but I wasn't like always making baskets. But I was like okay, average. Like I could play with guys, I could play with women, and I did play more on women's teams, but because I played a sports league for a while, but I think I only played to like sophomore year in high school, maybe senior year, and then I didn't really play way too much other than with friends. I remember in grad school playing more, because I was kind of like, I remember when I moved to San Diego, that was like a big thing that I was like, wow, there aren't really a whole lot of basketball courts like there are in LA. Like LA, almost every park has basketball courts. In San Diego, I was like, wow, there aren't basketball courts at like every single park. And so it took me a little while. The school I initially went to in San Diego had a kind of like this gym that they made. It was like this big, you could tell that they put it on campus. Like it was like a structure that they put, it was kind of like rounded on the top a little bit, and just kind of had like the regular kind of bleachers on the sides and a few basketball courts in it. I don't remember if it had 2 or 3 courts, I can't remember, but there came a time where they started renting it out. So early on when I went to that school, I would kind of go there with friends, play, bounce the ball around, just shoot baskets and stuff. And I was happy. I was like, cool, the school has a gym, on campus. But then they started renting out the freaking gym to like the neighborhood, because the school was all about like trying to make a cent everywhere they could. So they were always renting out the gym. It would be like anytime we were out of class, the gym was full with people playing volleyball and other sports, and then you go on the weekends and they have matches and stuff, and you're just like, oh my goodness, like we can't even use our own school gym because there's a whole other, community of people using our gym. Kind of like how people would rent out like a park court or something like that, but it was like they were playing at the gym on our campus. And our campus was up on a hill, so it's like to get anywhere else, if you didn't have a car, you'd have to get a ride or walk all the way down the hill and go somewhere else. Or you'd have to just Uber or get somewhere else to go work out, or like people would run around or hike around on campus because there was like nature out in the back. Like there were deer and turkeys and all kinds. Like it was in Scripps Ranch, so there was like a lot nature wise, but it was like sometimes you just want to like go to the gym and like run around and stuff, but we couldn't. And so that was probably the last time I was kind of playing basketball more so regularly, but it only lasted for like part of one year. Probably I'd say max half of a year, and then after that we just didn't have that as a place that we could play, because they wouldn't let it. We weren't really allowed. Like sometimes you could like sneak in and they let you use like part of the court, but then I think there was a time where like if you asked they would let you, but I guess too many people started doing that, and then they were like, no, you guys, you can't use the court. Like they're renting it out, like it's their time. And then it was like, well, they're always there. Like pretty much any time where you would be naturally awake and wanting to like do something athletic, these other people would be in this gym. Like it wasn't busy 24/7, but it's like you're probably not going to be 10 o'clock at night trying to go there, or like 9 o'clock at night But they would have it till probably at least like a little after dinner. And it's like when you're in grad school and stuff and you're busy, like you're not trying to be like doing that. So a lot of people would just use the campus as exercise because it was hilly and you could just walk, and there was a pool at the dorms, and so like we kind of used that more. But anyways, in this dream, we were just basically just waiting. I don't think we were picking teams. I think at this point it was like maybe we were all one team, or there were two teams that were never gonna play each other, that this coach was teaching. Like maybe it was like, I don't know, let's say for example this team plays on weekends, this team plays weekdays, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it was like this coach had two teams, but we weren't. I don't think we were competing against each other, but there were a lot of people. There were people to my right and my left, and then there was a line of people kind of like across from us. Just, you know, and we're all kind of like in a line on two sides, and there's kind of a coach in the middle, kind of walking back and forth, kind of like talking to us, saying like, kind of just saying the rules of what we're gonna do. And then yeah, that's all I remember thinking was like, man, like so I'm probably gonna be okay at this, but and oh, I think me and the three people were gonna be like a unit of, oh, me and Amber's closet and the other lady. So the three of us, not three people, but the three of us were supposed to be like a unit of some kind of, no, maybe like a special team or something. And I remember thinking in my head, oh, this is like gonna be a team effort. I don't want to be like the worst, the worst, person. I don't want to be the bad player. Like I'm not trying to like compete and like make other people feel bad or be cocky about it, but I was like, I don't want to bring the team down. You know, I don't want to be the weak link. And so that's why I was thinking like, oh, I'm probably gonna need to practice, because even though, you know, I grew up around sports and basketball and stuff, like I was more like I played because I was enrolled. Of course, I wanted my team to win. I played because I liked the sport. I would always get kind of anxiety about games, even though it was like, you know, the league would count. I played this league from second grade to maybe 10th grade, I think second grade to 8th grade for baseball or something. Well, second grade is when the league started, but the first few years they didn't have any other sports but soccer. I don't remember when they started adding baseball and basketball, but they did. But but I played second. I actually started playing soccer way younger than that. My dad, I remember, got us soccer balls when we still lived in the Midwest, so I must have been at least 4, if not younger, when I first got a soccer ball. That's when I first got my first soccer ball. It was white with like green patches, like those classic patches. And I remember me and my brother were like, you know, you like play around in the house, and we're playing around in the closet, and we saw the soccer balls, and my dad was like, get out of there, you know, what are you guys doing? And so I remember we kind of saw them, and yeah, we had those balls for a long time. But I remember we used to, yeah, we played like soccer, baseball. I think baseball I played till like 8th grade. Soccer I played till my first year in grad school. I got injured the first women's league game of that year, of that season. It hyperextended my knee really bad. And then I remember after that game, it was a Sunday, I had to go to a study session, near Cal State LA and drove out near Cal State LA and we did a study session at one of the people's apartments or houses, one of my classmates' places, and I came just wearing my stuff, and they were like, yeah, I don't know, one of them made a comment like, yeah, you look like you're dressed like the way that you're supposed to dress. You know, the kind of saying like what you're wearing kind of suits your personality kind of thing. Because, for school, we would dress a little. I mean, this is almost like another generation, but like we kind of dressed not fully professional, but we weren't like running around in like shorts and flip flops too much. Like we would kind of like dress presentable. Like there would still be like t-shirts and stuff, but you would dress kind of more like if like you were in grad school. Like you kind of like took it seriously, and like if we had presentations and stuff, you would kind of like wear business attire and stuff. Like nobody told you have to do it, but we would do that. We would kind of take that initiative to kind of take those extra steps and like kind of look a little mature, just to put you in the right mindset to study and everything. And so we would do that. And yeah, because we wanted to kind of make sure we were looking good, But yeah, after that game where I hyperextended my knee, the they were those I came in those little shorts and they were just kind of like okay, like it was kind of like an okay dyke kind of moment, like like it was like I wasn't talking about any of that stuff then, but I think they kind of got the hint that like something's up with this one. But yeah, it was an interesting dream. I'm not sure what was up with the Mexicans. I think my best guess is that came up because last night I tried to look up a friend who is someone I know from Adventist school, from Adventist church. He used to go to one of the local Adventist churches, and his family and my family were friends, and he had like his parents had like in-laws that were also friends. Me and this friend kind of lost contact way back when he kind of caused a little bit of trouble. I remember he used to kind of participate in a little bit of theft, and I kind of just turned my head because he was trying to be friendly and nice and sweet, and so he would like steal like teeny bop magazines for me and stuff when I was like in junior high and high school, like with all the like pop artists and stuff. He kind of took one, and that was kind of the last time I remember we kind of like fizzled hanging out with him. But he kind of almost got us in a lot of trouble, and he ended up getting himself in a lot of trouble, and he started kind of going down a route of like doing things that weren't really the best choices. I think his girlfriend got pregnant, and it was just stuff where I was like, I could kind of see, even as talented and as sweet as he was, I was like, I really don't want to get wrapped up in his stuff, but I wasn't consciously trying to like avoid him. Once we went to different high schools, we kind of just fizzled, none of us were driving back then, and he lived like 2 cities over, and so he lived over in like Carson. Well, it touches Torrance at some part, but from where I live, I'd probably have to go. I'd be more likely to go through like Lomita to get over there. And yeah, so it was fun, but we kind of fell off from being in contact. And he's Latino, and I remember we're really good friends, and I found his Facebook last night and his Instagram. He has a small business as an artist. I always knew he would. He's very talented. He's on Fiverr too. I haven't checked it out, but I did kind of say, hey, I really like your page, and how are you doing? I didn't really say much. I don't even know if he's gonna check it. His site is from like 2023, but I don't know. I hope he's doing well, and I guess maybe I was kind of thinking about those Mexicans that I knew, those guys, and because I used to play soccer with those guys a lot. Used to play a lot of sports. Today's Sunday or Monday, freaking jeez. It's MLK Day, and I try to, I like to try to have sports on Sundays. Today's Monday. My goal today, okay, that's the end of talking about that dream and rambling on about that. But today's goal, I did last night with the capoeira take some during practicing in the morning, I took a little bit of video footage that I'm not going to post, but it was of myself trying to do some certain movements because I was like, I want to see where I'm weak in trying to do this because I can tell I'm having trouble. And I know there's stuff I need to learn first, but I'm trying to I usually, when I'm trying to do something on my own accord, I like to try and get a book or something and try something that's harder than what I know I can do, but then go backward and start from scratch. So I'm trying this movement that's hard, that's more advanced than very beginner level, because I don't even know the names of what I'm trying or like what it is. All I know is those Edgar Lumbrell live Zooms that he's posted and after recording them. So I found this YouTube channel that has more let me see if I can open it. It has more kind of in order of lessons. There's a YouTube video, and so I think I'm gonna go through it. Or there's like a playlist of YouTube videos actually on this channel. I'm gonna try to find the name of the channel for you guys because I actually saved it this time. But I do think my arms are weak, and my legs are weak, and my hips are weak. My core is weak. It's probably more of a core thing, but I don't really have fully strength. I guess it was on Howcast. There's like a capoeira series on there. I feel like it was like something else. I saw this other black belt magazine too. But this one is how to do the Ginga. That's the one that I saved, and then there's just like a whole playlist from there. It's 13 years old, Howcast videos, and then there's also Black Belt magazine that has some multiple martial arts types of videos. So I'm gonna maybe go through some of that from the beginning a little bit too. And I'm also hoping, I don't know, like I said, this menstrual cycle, I want to say maybe it gave me a break, and maybe some of the fitness choices I'm making have been helping. Maybe it's because I was taking the Advil early instead of waiting for things to progress to a point where there's too much intense symptoms. Maybe I'm eating healthier. I don't feel like my exercising is super intense. I don't feel like it's that intense. But I haven't really had a whole lot of back pain or anything. Like it comes up, but it's not like often, I might actually hit the gym tonight if things feel fine. I might go to the gym tonight. I have not been to the gym all year, yet. When's the last time I went to the freaking gym? I'm paying for this. This is probably the second month I haven't gone. Let me see. I don't even know. I want to say the last time I went was like early December, but I really don't remember even going. But, just in the interest of time, I've mostly kind of skipped it. But let's see. And because I was trying to do those outside walks and stuff, I was like, this doesn't really fit, but I should probably be going to the gym a couple days a week. I might need to figure that out. If I look at my log activity, oh, that's not it. Yes, discard. So it breaks it down by week. Can I expand it so it's like more? Because I'm looking back, it looks like at least since December 14th, I know I haven't been. It used to have like a calendar. Oh, here we go. History check-ins. Nothing in January. I think December. It looks like December 7th I went. And then November I went 3 days. The 16th, 21st, and 28th. So I really haven't gone a lot. October was 1 day on the 23rd. September I didn't go at all. August I went 1 day on the 4th. July I went 4 days. This can't be right. I don't know, maybe it's right, but maybe it's because of the specific gym. Because it might be looking at one gym. Because I have like a home gym. And then there's 2 gyms in my area. So it might just be looking at one of the 2 gyms. Because I really don't think I have not gone to the gym that many times. I mean, I know I don't go a lot, but I really think I've gone more than just that. So I don't really know. But yeah, I try to make sure I get pretty good stretched out in the morning, about 30 minutes. It's really annoying to do. I really don't like the morning stretching. It really cuts into my workout time and everything, but that's why I was like, let's get up early before 7. Even though I was telling myself I'll wait to get up till 8. I'll wait till 8 to get up. But this morning, around 6:50 something, at least in my area in LA, the sky was like this weird pink color. And I was like, I gotta take a picture of this. Because this looks crazy. Like, it was just pink. Like, I kind of looked, because I have my blinds open, and I was like, why does everything look so pink? I thought there was like some kind of light or reflection shining into the room, making it pink. Like the sun was bouncing off some metal or something. I don't know. But I looked and it was just pink. I was like, what's going on? Because usually those are like sunset colors. It was sunrise and it was like pink. And I'm like, is this pollution? Is there something going wrong? Like, is there a fire? Like, I was kind of like, what's going on? But yeah, I was like, this is pink. It was totally pink inside the house. So I got up to take a picture outside before it went away. I mean, it's gone now. It went away once the sun got higher up, but when the sun was kind of low and rising, it was pink. Like, the clouds were pink. And there was a skunk smell outside. But yeah, like, I was like, what the heck is this? So I got up to take a picture, and then I was like, well, I'm up anyways. And so the goal is to kind of front load my morning, get this workout done, eat a light breakfast, just high protein light breakfast, and bang out these 3 labs. I've got a challenge lab, a live lab, and an activity lab. And those are the 3 types of labs that tend to take the longest. That's what's due tomorrow. And then I've got some more stuff due the next day. I don't recall off the top of my head what all I have to finish that's going to be due on Wednesday. But I have a review session Wednesday for an hour, and I don't want to be the worst, so maybe that was coming out in the dream too. I don't really know if these themes with the Mexicans and contacting an old friend, or the theme of the Mexicans and contacting an old friend, or the theme of like kind of wanting to improve my IT skills at a little bit of a faster rate, but having some low motivation there, and it is kind of getting in my way of getting the stuff done. I keep telling myself in the mornings I'm going to need to wake up, work out, and study, because I'm realizing I haven't been really diligently doing this too much in the evenings. Like by 4 p.m. I'm kind of tapped. When I'm being honest with myself, I'm kind of tapped. I'm kind of going through the motions with the work, but it is so many chapters. The first core 1 was 10 chapters. Core 2 is, I think, chapters 11 through 22. It's like, it's a lot of knowledge. And the first one, core 1, I need to retake. And I guess in the review class, I don't want to be the weakest link. I don't want to be the worst one. I shouldn't be the worst one, because I did almost pass. I didn't get to finish 6 questions. I got 71% instead of, like, a little over 71% instead of 75%, which is the minimum to pass. So I was just there. Yeah, so I do actually also want to review the material, so that when we start the study session on Monday or Wednesday, I'm not completely, like, embarrassed at the fact that I am, I am behind, and I did spend since January 5th, so the last 2 weeks, really not as focused at all. And when it was one day, it worried me. It maybe didn't worry me as much, but then once it was day 2, day 3, I got more and more worried. And then I'm like, I gotta figure something out. So, but I was slowly plugging away bit by bit and just like chipping off a little bit of what's due. So I wasn't just waiting and not doing anything. I was kind of only getting work done when I felt like it. And yesterday, I had actually felt like doing more. But then I decided, I think, to eat lunch on time or something like that. There was something where I was like, let me just do this one task on time and stop studying and do that. And then I did it. And then I kind of just completely was like, I'm no longer interested in finishing what I have to study. Oh yeah, because I had that appointment. So I studied until the appointment at 10:30, and then until I had to leave. So until like 10:15. And then I was like, dang, I still need to do all this. So I don't know. I'm figuring out a lot still. I don't know if capoeira is really going to be something that I really want to do all the time. I like Shotokan as well. Like, they're not very similar at all. But I kind of do like that, the capoeira is somewhat, it can be more intensive without having any equipment. Like, Shotokan is intensive too, but for me it's like with the workout of it, it isn't always. Like, it just depends what I'm doing, if I'm doing something to make it more intensive or not. But I might go to the gym or the sauna tonight. I was trying to go to the sauna Sunday nights. I just haven't been doing it. But I don't know. I need to double check that. If I really don't go to the gym that much, Um, like I know I haven't gone a lot, but I didn't know it was that little. So I'm curious to know, like, because I don't feel like I've gone to the other gym hardly at all. So if I haven't been to this one, that's pretty crazy that I've only been like a couple times here and there. But it's fine, you know. It's not like I'm not working out. It's just that I am paying for the gym. So, but the reason why I haven't been going was because of the outdoor workouts and because the stuff I'm doing I can do from home, and it's early in the morning and it's faster to just do it from home. I do think I do get a better workout at the gym though. So I might need to figure that out. I might need to be going into the gym once on the weekend and then maybe once or twice during the week. Usually we get out early Wednesdays, so that would probably be an ideal day. And then maybe Monday would be an ideal day just because it's the start of the week and it's like I should be able to kind of like do it without really feeling too stretched or pressed for time. And I might need to be lifting at night. Like I feel like I do need to like gain the muscle too. Like I do feel like my muscles aren't that strong, which is why some of these holds I can't really do them as easily. Alright, I need to get on with this. I've been doing this 36 minutes and it's already almost 8 o'clock, so I'm trying to get everything done and then finish my assignments by noon. I want everything done before noon. I didn't do very good yesterday with not sitting online. Like I just, I don't know. I might be a little too tired today to do too much athletic stuff after the morning, just because I know I didn't sleep that great. But right now the caffeine's kind of coursing through me, so it's kind of a little easier. But all right, let's call that a good stretch amount, 37 minutes or so for the most part. I'll actually go to like 40 minutes, but about 37 minutes of my main stretches, and then I've got to do the ones that are more dynamic, where I'm like moving more, so I can't really talk while I'm doing this. But yeah, I've got this sports bra that feels too tight, and yesterday I did not eat that great yesterday, but alright. That's gonna be it for the moment.